you know, before I get into today, because today is such an important video I'm about ready to post, I feel like I need to give you guys just a 10 or 15-second preface, so stick with me through this. I am a Manchester United fan. There have been a lot of accounts or things like that, or popular people who aren't really United fans, but they're there for the clicks, for the views, for the whatever. Guys, I have seen United through the highs of beating Liverpool 4-3 in the FA Cup, the lows of losing to Everton, I think 1-0, to Frank Lampard in the 21-22 season, a soul-crushing day for me. I've seen so many good games and so many poor games. This is one of the most important things in my life. It really is, and I have no shame saying that. So I'm not somebody who's just going to say these outlandish things or things you might think are outlandish for no reason, for the views. Because if you got to offer me a Manchester United Premier League, but I never got to make a YouTube video about it, I'll see you guys in the next life. Seriously, I would. The club means so much to me. So that's why, when I say this stuff, I need you all to believe it. All right. We see these types of things happen in football. We do. Upsets occur all the time. Teams from the 7th, 6th, 5th league of the pyramid go on and beat a Premier League side. It happens in the FA Cup almost every single year. But rarely, if ever, do they really deserve that. It's usually by a stroke of luck or a stroke of extreme misfortune that the team in the Premier League loses. Why? Tell me why then did Grimsby Town thoroughly deserve to beat United tonight? Why? This won't be some type of tactical breakdown where I bring out a tactics chart and show you all, the type of movements and counter movements Grimsby Town were making. Because I spent 60 minutes of that match looking at the screen like this. Really? I thought I was in a dream a couple times. I seriously pinched myself at one point, making sure I was awake, making sure this was real. It is real. It is real. Here's what I can't tell you. The second Grimsby Town scored a goal, they did the best thing you can do, and they kept trying to score goals. And the second they scored the second goal, they did the best thing you could do, keep trying to score goals. That's all it was about for Grimsby Town tonight, keeping the pressure on, because they knew eventually, no matter how much you sat back being Grimsby Town against Manchester United, how strongly you parked that bus, United were likely going to find a goal or two. They just were. So they just thought the slightest amount, like I just did right there, they just thought that and decided, screw it, we'll just keep attacking the United goal. And they did, with success. They kept the fans in it. They kept pushing out United. They subbed on a striker when they were up by 1 goal, guys. If that doesn't show a team willing to attack, then I don't know what does. I don't know what does. They literally brought on a striker with 15 minutes to go just to keep pushing towards the United goal. They had a state of mind, which was we are going to keep attacking, and Ruben Amorim looked like a deer in headlights. He did. A deer in headlights, guys. If that doesn't tell you all you need to know, I don't know what will. Now, does this go and put all the pressure on Amorim? I mean, all the blame on Amorim? No, it doesn't. Because to say that United players were without fault tonight, it's just not true. It's just not true. But if I see somebody, and I already know I'm going to see it. I already know I am. People tell me that the only reason United lost today was because of Andre Onana, then there really is no hope. United lost today because they were tactically outmanaged and tactically outfought by Grimsby Town. Need I remind you? Grimsby Town. Do not look at the stats and try and tell me how many shots on goal or shots on target we created. It does not matter. If you watched that game with your own 2 eyes, you could have seen Grimsby looked the better side throughout all of it. And I find it pretty hard to believe that Harry Maguire isn't as good as everyone else on that Grimsby team. That United had the weaker teams tonight, guys. So the blame has to go to one guy. It has to. It has to go to Amorim. And to people who may be saying, well, these aren't Amorim's guys. Where was Marcus Rashford tonight? Where was Garnacho? Where was Antony? Players, Sancho, players that I actually agree we should probably be getting out of the club. I agree with that. We got those guys out. This is supposed to be, how much money on Cunha? How much money on Mbumo? How much money on Seshko? How much? And this is what we're doing against Grimsby. This is what we're doing. We're creating not even half, quarter chances, just ripping stupid shots on defenders. Matthias de Ligt, oh my gosh. I am seeing... Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot about this, and now I just remembered. 7 times that I see Matthias de Ligt look like prime Neymar trying to run into the box, underlapping whoever was his near side in number 10. Not even joking. 7-8 times I saw that. I saw him freaking ripping shots at the Grimsby Town goal. Is this what it's supposed to look like, Ruben Amorim? Am I supposed to be seeing Matthias dang de Ligt playing as a right wing back, or as a number 10, or as a striker, for Pete's sakes, tonight? And it wasn't just when we were heaving the ball into the box. I'm able to differentiate what's a set piece and what's not, guys. I am talking genuine sequences of action where it looked like de Ligt was told to push into the box, to overlap, to get the ball, to take shots. Against Grimsby, I am seeing Matthias de Ligt do this. That's not of his own accord, guys. That is something that is instructed to him. That's something that cannot stand. It's just something that cannot stand, And I am all for giving managers time. I am all for, if you see something in a manager, you stick with them. What have we seen in Ruben Amorim? What have we seen? I can count 6 games, probably. That's a high number, 6 games, where I've seen United genuinely look like the better side and genuinely deserve points. And these are supposed to be the games where you set your season straight. These are supposed to be it. I remember, I'm not even going to pull up any examples, but these are supposed to be it. You've had a poor start to the season, the 3rd game, the cup game, you get into it. And then you have an easy team, you go to international break, then the season really begins. Week 4, week 5. We can't even do the Grimsby Towns of the world, guys. We can't. I am losing. I have actually lost faith that we will beat Burnley on Saturday. Or yes, Saturday, that's when they play them. I have lost faith in that. This is supposed to be the game where we beat them 4-0, 5-0, at worst 3-1. Of course, there are going to be waves of Grimsby Town pressure. That's going to happen every time you face a lower league side when they're at home. There's going to be waves of pressure. 5, 10, 15 minutes, you guys will be under pressure. That happens to every single team. But it doesn't happen the whole entire 90 minutes. Something else has to go wrong for Grimsby to genuinely look like the Premier League outfit today. These are supposed to be the games, guys. These are supposed to be the games, and yet I'm seeing Matthias de Ligt, when we're down 2-0, heaving himself up the pitch. Something has to change. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, Christopher Vivell, whoever else is in that United upper management regime, things have to change. I like Ruben Amorim. I think he's a good talker. I just do not think he has what it takes to be the Manchester United manager. I am all for giving him time, but we've been here for 9 months. We've seen this for 9 whole months. He's had good players. He's had bad players. He's had great players at his disposal. And 6 times can we count it really working towards something good, guys? Seriously. I'm getting Olayed against West Ham for Pete's sakes last season, guys. Olayed against West Ham. We continue the Wolves' winning streak last season. Wolves beat us twice last season, I think. These things just become inexcusable past a certain point. And we are at that point. Tonight should be the apex of it all. Things have to change. And there's no better time than right now. There's no better time than right now. Will we see something happen? I don't know. Maybe. I'm probably just feeding myself hopium here. But bottom line, things have to get better. I don't know if we're going to beat Burnley, but I'll be here. Don't know how many takes it will have to be after we take on Burnley, but I'll be here talking to you guys, hopefully talking about a win and the best United game I've ever seen. But I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much for the continued support. My videos have been doing so well recently, and I'm eternally grateful for all you guys tuning in. Please subscribe, like, share. Let me know if you think I'm completely wrong or completely right or somewhere in the middle. But I'll talk to you all soon. God bless.